Tell you where they need to add a vet at, because I see some shit spiraling out of control.
Where?
In Memphis, bro. They need a vet over there. The shit that I'm seeing on social media.
These boys are wilding right now.
Yep.
They live.
What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one. We're going to talk more about Ja Morant now. This time, though, we're talking about his teammate Steven Adams and the preventative measures that he took recently to try to prevent Ja Morant from what's going on today. And so it goes that Steven Adams, looking at the team's road record and how well they've played at home, it's been a little bit underwhelming, to say the least, especially for what they want to try to achieve. Like, don't forget, this team, they pushed Golden State last year with Ja out the last few games. They really feel like they had an opportunity to be playing in the NBA Finals against Boston. So to try to achieve that goal, I think Steven Adams saw some things. Steven Adams has been around other players like KD, Westbrook, all those guys, and he's been able to see how other superstars carry themselves on the road and what they do as far as preparation. And it's not just basketball, it's about getting your rest, especially when you're on a team with high expectations, and staying away from certain crowds, keeping certain elements away from you so that you aren't sucked in. You're a whole brand at the end of the day. So whenever you choose to frequent certain establishments, you make yourself susceptible to, whatever the environment is like that night. And so Steven Adams, they said that he called out Ja Morant specifically, according to Shams Charania. This is what he had to say. Check it out.
And what's more is, I'm told, guys, that there was a players-only meeting recently where Steven Adams, their veteran center, he spoke out about how the team needs to show better discipline on the road, how they need to stay away from going out when they're on the road. This team is 12-20 on the road this year. They're stellar at home, but that's a poor road record for them. And I'm told those in the room, when Steven Adams spoke out, they knew exactly who he was directing this to. It was no one other than Ja Morant. And so clearly Ja Morant still went out in the early hours of Saturday. That video was posted with the gun, and there's questions. Was the gun his? Did he have a license? Was he traveling with the gun? Where did the gun come from? Was it a friend's? How many other weapons were there? Is it even legal to carry a weapon in the area that they were at? So there's a lot of questions that not only local authorities and also the league need answered.
So when you hear that report from Shams, it becomes abundantly clear that Steven Adams, he tried to do the best he could as far as preventing Ja from suffering this fate. He could see the writing on the wall. It's been event after event. And what's more is, if you think back a few weeks ago, Steven Adams has put like his suspension and his availability status on the line for Ja. First of all, he did it with the Shannon Sharp incident. He was the first one to walk over there and get close to Shannon, ready to throw some hands if it had to get to there. And he also was about to get into it with James Johnson, which probably wouldn't have even went well for him. But as a result of what Ja and the Pacers was going through, I have to be the enforcer for the team, so I have to stand up. Even if James Johnson most likely was going to put him down, he had to step up. And so he was saying that, as someone who is there for you when you need it, but some of this stuff can be prevented. It's specifically, I ain't even talking about the on-court stuff, but specifically the things that's reoccurring off the court to bring this type of energy around the team. And so Steven Adams is one that, hey, I'm here for you when you need me, but look, I'm going to also sit down and tell you when you wrong. And from my perspective, I feel like Steven Adams is the type of friend I would want, due to the fact that he's not going to spare my feelings if it's something for me, that's going to help me down the line. A lot of people, they chilling, they laughing, they gang, Ja, all that slang, all that lingo. Steven Adams, he seems to be very serious about things. Yeah, he'll joke, he'll have fun with the team, but some of this stuff isn't funny. And he what's not lost on Steven Adams is what the team is trying to accomplish and what they've all set out for their goals to be. And it's great. I mean, it's an honor to have a veteran that's going to speak up in that way. And, he is rightfully so, due to his age and everything. And Ja went against that. So it's crazy, though, that if he would have listened, none of this would happen right now. So that's one thing to think about, too. Like, if he had just listened, if he just stayed in his room being a little bored, we wouldn't be where we're at right now today. He probably still just had the other two things going on, or the other three things going on, the mall, the Indiana Pacers, and the 17-year-old. But he'd still be playing right now. But this was just, this was the icing on the cake for them to go ahead and say, okay, no, we need to sit you down. And how unfortunate it is for Powerade, man, to relaunch with an individual, and this is what, like, this happens the day you relaunch, basically, with the individual. He gets suspended, and this is your brand after 5 years. This is, your brand deal you did with an athlete. You relaunch it, and, oh, no, this athlete, he's out indefinitely flashing guns. Powerade has to feel pretty low right now just for who they chose. I mean, could have chose several other individuals, I'm sure, but Ja Morant resonating with the inner city youth, they went with him, and it's kind of like a smack in their face that he's just gonna go, like, his platform. He needs to stop giving individuals platform. And even going back further, it's free to see how hollows feel. He told Kendrick Perkins, he don't talk, they got guns and all. Pretty much telling Perk they don't talk, and like just all this overly gangsterism that he got going on. And it's just like, man, come on, dude, you a ball player. So you got Steven Adams trying to prevent this young man from going down that path, and here we are today, man. So Ja, he needs his father to be his father, and I ain't letting his mother off the hook. His mother needs to be a mother. Don't call him up to the mall on some crash out mission either. That was, I wasn't a fan of that. And you know how emotional sons are about their mother. So if it was just even just an argument, you have that and you get on up out of there and you go on home, or you go to the next store. You ain't even got to be at that store. No need to call him up there with the intentions of what getting accomplished. See what I'm saying? So I didn't like that. Based on this rumor that's on the internet, they said that his alcohol addiction was getting worse and worse over time, and we seen him play with it on IG Live and stuff. But based on this report, this is all alleged, that it's just increased over the years. And so they're saying that this is sort of an influence behind these behaviors. But man, yeah, Powerade, Nike, all these brands, and Nike, they're very hypocritical, it seems. But all these brands, doing deals with Ja. I think going forward, though, some of these brands are going to be a little more reluctant going forward. And it's just off the fact that, hey, we can't even trust this guy, so I don't know how much we can really put our faith in him. So he's lost some things that would have been coming his way, whether he knows it or not. Deals that he don't even have yet, he's already lost because they just not going to do that with him. But man, look, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.